Hey, what's up, Divine Ones? It's Latoya Okia. Welcome back to another episode of the Divine Destiny with Latoya podcast. If you are new to me, I am Latoya Okia. I'm a life coach, I'm a minister, and I'm also a business mentor. I train and certify men and women to become life coaches so they can work from home, drop their 9 to 5s, create an income while they also make an influence. So if that sounds like you or something you might be interested in, make sure you're following the podcast. Make sure you're subscribed to the YouTube channel. Okay. So getting right on into the message for this episode of the podcast. This is going to be a rather quick episode. And I just wanted to talk to y'all about something that I was actually talking to my mama about a few days ago. And as I was talking to her, I was like, we was actually messaging. And I said, this would be a really good message for the channel or for the podcast. So I got to make sure I give her credit on this. Cause I told her when I address this on the podcast, I'm gonna give you your credit, give you your shout out. So this is my shout out to my mama, because as we was messaging, I told her that you just gave me a really good topic. You just gave me a really good message for the podcast. So basically what we was talking about was making the decision. I was telling her, how important it is for us to make the decision and make up our mind. That was the thing. Make the decision and make up your mind that whatever it is that you've been kind of, playing around with in your head, or saying, I should do this or I should do that, or I think I'm going to do this or I think I'm going to do that. How about you actually make the decision and say, this is what I am going to do, and you do it? Because what happens is something powerful happens when you make the decision to do something. When you stop just playing around with something and you just stop, just hypothetically saying, well, if I did this, I could make this, or I could make that, or I could be this, or I could be that. But you actually make the decision and say, I am going to do it. You make the commitment and say, I am going to do this. I commit to this. I make the decision that I am going to do this. Once you stop saying, I want to get off my job and I want to be full time in my purpose, or I want to be full time in doing whatever. I don't want to have to work a job to pay bills and do this and that. Because I said that for years and I could have been left. I said that for years. I think I was 31 when I retired from the workspace and made up my mind that I was not working for nobody else ever again. And once I made that decision, my life changed. So understand that once you make the decision, you stop juggling it around, stop playing around with it, but you make a sound decision and you make a commitment and you say, I am going to do this, and you set out to do it. First of all, I want you to know and I want you to understand that when you set out to do it, once you make the decision, you're going to do it, and you set out to do it, even though you are on step 1 and you don't know how you're going to get the rest of the way, the moment you set out to do it, you are already successful. A lot of people think that is when the results come that they are successful. No, baby, it's the moment that you set out on your journey, the moment you come up with a plan, the moment you have a goal, the moment you make the decision, the moment you make the commitment and you set out on your journey and you take step 1, you are already successful. Because anybody that has a goal and they are actively working towards that goal, you are successful. A lot of people, like I said, they think that once they get there, once they get the platform, once they get the followers, once they get the subscribers, once they get the zeros in their bank account, once they get this and get that and get to earning 6 figures and 7 figures, once they get the diploma, once they get the degree or the certificate, and everybody come out to celebrate them, they think that that's when they become successful. But no, the moment that you said, I am going to get that degree, you stop playing around with it and you actually made up in your mind and you made the decision that you were going to get that degree. From that moment right there, you were successful. And from that moment on right there, your life began to change. And I think it was in I don't know if it was The Strangest Secret, but I know it was Earl Nightingale, because I listened to a lot of Earl Nightingale Y'all go listen to Uncle Earl, baby. We call him Uncle Earl. Me and my divine sister Candace Brown. Cause Uncle Earl gonna put you up on game, baby. Uncle Earl gonna put you up on that knowledge. So y'all make sure y'all go check out Earl Nightingale, baby. Cause I'm telling y'all, the Lord has used that knowledge to change my life. It will change your life. But he was saying like how a woman, how did he put it? He said a woman that has not made up her mind that she's going to bake an apple pie for dinner. If she ain't made up her mind that she's gonna bake an apple pie for dinner, she's never gonna get up and start collecting the ingredients and looking through the cookbook and getting the information to make the apple pie. But once she actually makes up her mind that she is going to make apple pie for dinner, she then gets up, she starts looking through the cookbook, or today's version, she goes on Google and starts looking up recipes. She goes to the kitchen, she looks at what she has, what she doesn't have. She goes to the grocery store to get what she don't have. She get everything, start putting everything together, and she starts to set out to make that apple pie. And so same with you. Until you make up your mind that you are going to start a business or make up your mind to do whatever you said you were going to do, you ain't even going to start looking for nothing. Like, you're not even going to start going online, getting research, looking to see what kind of classes you got to take, looking to see what you already got that you can use, what you missing and what you need to go get. You ain't even going to take no steps at all because you're not serious. You're not set. You're not zoned in on anything. You just kind of all over the place with it. But once you make up your mind and you make a commitment and you say, I am going to do this. Like I was telling my mama, it's as simple, becoming successful, becoming wealthy, becoming prosperous. This is what I've learned. It's as simple as saying, I'm going to the store. I'm going to the store. Okay. We could sit around in this house all day long, lay around on the chair. Should I go to the store today? I don't know. I need to go, but I just don't feel like going. I want to go to the store. I need, I probably need to get some eggs. I probably need to get some milk, probably need to get some bread. I don't know. Maybe I need to go to the store. I don't think I'm going to. Then you kind of lay around, you watch a movie or two, you get on the phone, talk to such and such, you scroll on social media, and it's still kind of floating around in your head somewhere. Should I go to the store? I don't know. But you never get up and move. You never get up and take any action. You never get up and get your keys and put on your shoes and do anything. You don't take any action. Why? Because you never made the decision to do it. I mean, it's simple, but it's the truth. But the moment that you make up in your mind, the moment you make the decision and you say, I am going to the store, I am going to the store, then guess what? That is the moment that you just flipped your brain onto another frequency. That's the moment that your brain just went from the frequency of being in your house, taking no action, not doing anything at all, to I am going here. And in your mind, you're already there. Get what I'm saying now? In your mind, you already there. In your mind, you thinking about what you're going to be picking up when you get in that store, what you need, what aisle you're going to have to go to, every single thing. Your mind is already there. Spiritually, you already there. And so once you make the decision and you say, I am going to the store, you're going to get up out of that recliner. You're going to get up out of that chair. You're going to put that remote down. You're going to hang up that phone because you're going to be like, I got to go. I got something I got to do. I got to go to the store. Why? Because you done made a decision. You made a decision. So now you're going to get up. You're going to get them shoes. You're going to get them keys. You're going to get that pocketbook. You're going to go in there in that kitchen and see what you ain't got. You're going to make a list. You're going to start going through your cabinets and going through your pantry, going through your fridge and your freezer and looking at everything. Like I said, like stuff that you don't got. And then you're going to be making a list of the things that you need. The point is, you're going to be taking action. You're going to be taking action. You done came up with a whole plan. You know what you don't got. You know what you need. You getting your stuff together. You getting your shoes. You getting your keys. You going out to the car, biking out the driveway. You done came up with a whole plan and you already taking action. You already taking action. Because the moment that you made up in your mind that you were going to go, boom, you started taking action. So you see what I'm saying? The moment that you make up your mind that I am not going to be working for anybody else. Like, this is the last job that I'm ever going to have. I am going to become a successful full-time entrepreneur. I am going to do it. The moment that you make up your mind that you are going to do it, you make the commitment, you make the decision, you then start going online, start going on Google, you start doing your research, you start taking courses, getting certifications, whatever you need to do. You start learning more information about your product or your service that you're selling. You start coming up with your business plan. You start doing market research and market analysis. You start coming up with a profile for your target audience. You start looking into getting an LLC. You start taking action, going to the bank account, opening up a business account, and just getting everything in order for your business. Why? Because you made the decision. See, the moment you make the decision, the moment that you just stop kind of playing around with it, but you make up your mind what you want, you on a whole nother frequency then, baby. It's just a matter of time before you run face to face with it. It's just a matter of time before it be right there in front of you, because you done made up your mind. See, this is what God revealed to me. He said it has never been an issue of whether you can do it or not. You can do it. The issue is you all over the place. The issue is you ain't made up your mind. The issue is you don't know what you want. Because the moment that you focus and you zone in on one thing and you know that this is the one thing that you want, you make up your mind, you make the decision, you make the commitment, and you become focused on that. That's the moment that you become successful. That's the moment that you become successful, because now you know where you're going. That's what he told me. He said it's never been an issue about whether you can do it or not. God said, I've always known that you can do it. This is what God is speaking to you. He says, I've always known that you could do it. I have always known that you could do it. He said you had to realize that you could do it. But God ain't never been nervous about your destiny. God ain't never been nervous about what he has ordained for you. Never been nervous about that. He's always known that you could do it. You just had to make up in your mind what you want. Get in your mind what you want. Get your vision, get your goal, and set your eyes on that. And then from that moment, start coming up with a plan. From that moment, start looking at resources. Start doing research and development. Start taking courses. Start taking certifications. Start listening to podcasts that are going to pour into your gift. That's going to pour into your spirit. That's going to help you grow. That's going to help you get the knowledge that you need. Because from that moment that you made that decision, you're already successful. By the time everybody else see it, that's only just the manifestation of it. That's just the fruit of what done already took place. Success first begins within you. It first starts on the inside of you. By the time mama and them see it, you know that you already successful. By the time baby and them see it, you already successful. Because you got to have that success within you. You got to have it within yourself. You got to know that you got it. The moment you make that decision, I'm telling you, you got it. You got it. And it's like the world, it's like the universe is just waiting for you to make that decision. Because see, you have dominion. This is what the enemy don't want you to know. You got dominion over the universe. You got dominion over the world, baby. God gave you dominion. The Bible says in the book of Genesis, and God blessed them. And God said unto them, be fruitful, multiply, replenish the earth, subdue it, have dominion. You have power over this world. The enemy don't want you to know that. So the world is waiting for your command. Every day you get up, the universe is waiting for your command. It's like your wish is my command. What do you want? What do you want? And when you get up and you speak defeat over yourself, when you get up and you speak poverty, you walk in that poverty consciousness and that scarcity mindset, the universe is like, okay, your wish is my command. So we got to change that. We got to make a decision. We got to first find out, what is it that we want? What is it that you want? Who do you want to be? Start with your identity. Who do you want to become? What type of man do you want to be? What type of woman do you want to be? What do you want to be remembered for? What do you want your legacy to be? And then you set out to accomplish that. You set out. Come up with your plan. And listen, you're not going to know the whole thing. You're not going to have the whole thing planned out. That's all right. Sometimes your plan going to change. I done had a whole plan written out and then had to change the whole plan. Had to flip the whole script. But I kept going. So I'm telling you, sometimes your plan gonna change, but at least have one. Come on now, at least have you a plan. and take action. Every day you got to get up and you got to attack your dream. You got to attack. You got to attack. Every day you get up, you got to knock. You got to knock. You got to knock until eventually the person that's on the other side of that door that got your stuff, they're going to get tired of you knocking and they're going to open up and they're going to give it to you. But you got to be persistent. You got to be consistent. You got to persevere. You got to refuse to give up. That's why you got to know what you want and you can't stop till you get it. But it all starts with you making the decision. Make the decision that you're going to do it. Because the moment I made the decision that I wasn't finna be playing around with this no more, that I was finna do this for real, I was finna do this all the way, I ain't looked back since. And my life has changed so much and I done came too far to give up. See, what's going to happen is the vision going to take you so far. When you want to give up, you ain't even going to be able to give up because you too far in. You too deep in. You going to be waist deep in this thing. That's how I feel sometimes. I be want to give up and the vision be done carried me out so far into this water. I be like, man, I can't give up now. I got too much riding on this. I got too many people depending on me. I got too many people relying on me. I got too much at stake. I can't give up now. So you gotta give yourself over to something. You know, the people that become successful, the people that we admire and the people that we look up to and we respect for their discipline and their craft and their gift, and we talk about them for generations, they gave themselves over to something. You gotta have something that you love so much, that you're so passionate about, that you are willing to give your life over to this. Find something that you love so much that you will give yourself over to it. You'll commit your whole life to it. And that's when we're going to see that greatness. That's when we're going to find out what God really put on the inside of you. When you stop playing around talking about what you're going to do or what you might do, and you make the decision on one thing and you set out to do that one thing. And that's not to say that you can't do other stuff. You can still do other stuff. But like Dr. Miles say, let us meet you before you check up out of here. Let yourself be known for one thing. Master one thing. See, we try to master everything and it don't work like that. I have other stuff that I want to do. I have other talents. I have other skill sets. But I know that there's one area that I zone in on and I say, you know what? I'm not going to walk away. I'm not going to walk off from this until I master it. Once I master this and I'm known for this, they know me for this, they respect me for this, then I can introduce other stuff. Then I can come out with other stuff. So make the decision on one thing that you're going to do and give it everything you got. Have you ever committed to something and gave it everything you got? Because until you do that, you can't even really say you gave yourself a fair shot. A lot of y'all ain't even giving yourself a fair shot because you're not giving all yourself to something. You just giving a little bit. Make the decision that you're going to do it and make a commitment and give it everything you got, baby. And you're going to surprise your own self. You're going to blow your own mind. Make the decision. And understand, once you make the decision, once you make the commitment, and you set out to do just what you said you was going to do, you set out to do it, come hell or high water, you stick with it, and you set out and you continue to go on, you are already successful. You are already successful. And it's just going to be a matter of time before you see the fruit. It'll just be a matter of time before you see the manifestation. Okay. I love y'all so very much. I am Latoya Okia, your life coach and your motivational speaker. Listen, I am having a conference on July the 24th here in Dothan, Alabama. I would love to have you come out if you are able to come to the Dothan, Alabama area. The link for the tickets are going to be in the description of this video here on YouTube. And also it'll be in the link for the podcast episode as well. So if y'all are able to come to Dothan, Alabama, July the 24th, I would love to have y'all. It's going to begin at 1 p.m. Central. And it is the Divine Ones Conference. Okay. So you listen to this. You are one of my Divine Ones. And I want you to come on down, get some of this Southern hospitality, baby, because I'm going to be speaking and I would love to meet you in person. Okay. I love y'all so much and y'all have a blessed day.